Hey there, this is Venger Satanis. As you can see, I've got our baby that's like 5-6 weeks old, something like that. Time is precious, and I gotta take little pieces of time to read, and to watch videos, and to make videos, and to, live my life when I can. So anyway, I'm making this video with Illyria here, obviously, and just bear with me. She's quiet for now and not screaming, so that's awesome. Good starting point. Okay, I meant to make a video, or I planned on making a video about the old school revolution, as I'm calling it. It has more of a it has more of a fighter or warrior sense or appeal, rather than the Renaissance. So some people would probably say old school Renaissance. I and a few others, I assume, because I've seen it in other places, say old school revolution. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, really. So what makes something old school? Like, as I said just a moment ago, I meant to make a video of this already, but watching a couple other videos, especially the Gentleman Gamers video, I decided, I'll make this a video response directly to his video. But this is for everybody, not just him, obviously. So, what makes something old school game, or old school gaming, rather than what we currently have, or the usual, or contemporary gaming? Well, in one word, I'd have to say anti-standardization, as a compound word, because there's a hyphen in between anti and standardization. You know what a standardized test is? Where pretty much everything is the same. It's good in some respects because it makes things even and equal, and everybody gets the same. But I think most people would tend to agree that there are some serious cons with standardization. And not just testing, but everything in life, especially gaming. When you roll the hit, a game master or a DM and a player, you see some orcs. Okay, well, I want to kill them, so I roll to hit, and the DM says, "Oh, you rolled a 6, you miss." They roll, they miss, roll again. Oh, you roll a 16? Okay, you hit. Roll your damage. 5 points of damage. Okay, next. If that's all the combat is going to be, forever and ever, like, one after another, that is a fair amount of standardization, and that gets boring. Just like I cast, your wizard, I cast Burning Hands. Okay, just exactly like the last 50 times you cast Burning Hands. And the DM says, okay, it works just like it always does, and boom, you make this roll, they take this amount of damage, etc. You enter a new room, okay, I'm going to roll this, make a spot check, or a skill check for spot, or whatever. Same exact thing. If you just do that over and over and over again, there's no spontaneity, and there's nothing new there. There's nothing unknown. And that's part of the whole old school gaming experience, in the style, the flavor, whatever. It's the unknown, which is particularly why old school gaming and Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos, sometimes go hand in hand, or tentacle in tentacle. Because Lovecraft is all about, exploring the unknown and, just delving into the weird places that man was not meant to know, and, a lot of dungeon crawls, and just old school D&D gaming is about that. Not just dungeons, but exploring weird catacombs and caverns and, you know, labyrinth or castle or tower or even a forest. You know, you're going to find weird stuff that you're not prepared for. And that's, you know, it's awesome. It's also jarring. And I can understand why the makers of D&D and other role-playing games would put in the rules a certain standard for what happens when, you know, XYZ occurs. Because they want to keep things, you know, if everybody is playing a game, you know, you want the game in Ohio to be similar to the game in Hawaii. But at a certain point, that just defeats the purpose of gaming, because it should be unique. You know, every time you go through a campaign, let's say you have like a series of linked adventures or modules that you run, you know, let's say there's 5 of them. It should take you from like, I don't know, level 1 or 0 to level 5. Well, if you have 2 different gaming groups, you know, gaming group A that goes through that, by the time they get to the end of the 5th adventure, their campaign should be completely different than gaming group B. And if they're not, if everything is so standardized that it's basically the same all over, then that just sucks. You know, it ruins the unique gaming experience. It ruins the unknown. Things have become too standardized, too usual and rote and pedestrian and, you know, all those other things. So, yeah, if I could sum it up in a word of what old school gaming is, or the old school revolution is, it's about anti-standardization. So take that for what it's worth, and I don't know, leave comments and feel free to create an argument or post a video response if you think I'm right or full of crap, or if you just have a slightly different variant take on whatever I'm saying. That's it. Ya Cthulhu Fatagan.